I used to have a lot of bad skin condition. My friends that I thought that were my friends wasn't there for me. The person that, I put as my God wasn't there for me. It was a long period where I used to just cry nearly every 2 days, to the point where that's when the suicidal thoughts started to come. So that was my really bad moment. When I was young, I was neglected in my family and the outcast. Having different siblings, I was always put to the side, and that was just within myself. I always felt like I was not good enough, felt rejected at home. And when I was at school, I tried to find that attention, that love while I was in school, but that didn't happen. Instead, I got bullied. I was really picked on a lot. And from that, I would release it through social media, through music, and it led me to go into pornography and masturbation. I became quite confused about my identity as a person. And from that, it just made me very empty and lonely. It made me even feel worse about myself. That's when I started to think, if I die right now, would anyone care? Would anyone actually be there for me? I was just at home, just crying. And there was a long period where I used to just cry nearly every 2 days. Crying for no reason. I just cry and cry and cry, to the point where that's when the suicidal thoughts started to come. So that moment of me and the worst part is the fact that I would go out and I look happy. Oh, hi, that's Davina, But on the inside, the pain that I was going through was really internal, So that was my really bad moment. I didn't go to the extent of going to a psychologist or therapy but it was a thing where my type of release solution, I could say, was through music, social media, just non-stop. I heard about the church, the UCKG, across, the room, and I was intrigued for no reason, which was God, of course. But inside of me, I was always searching for that help on the inside. And I felt like I found the place. It's funny enough because I would hear about the Holy Spirit all the time in the services. But one day, the pastor mentioned how without the Holy Spirit, you have an expiring date. And then the 21 days came in February of 2018. However, God showed to me, even before the fast, it's not about how many things you do. It's not about how many, sleep on the floor, doing this, doing that. It's not mainly about that, but it's about listening to God's voice, obeying Him. And within the second week of the 21 days, that was when I realized that I am nothing. I am nothing. Without God, I'm nothing. I can try and do anything, but I am nothing. So when I got to that mentality, that was when God baptized me in His Spirit in the second week of the 21 days. And that was when God told me to go. This was His confirmation of His Spirit living in me. He said, go, don't look back, don't look to the past. I know the devil's gonna come, but I have you now. Even though many problems may come, He is with me. So the day that I received the Holy Spirit was very different. And what I mean by different, it wasn't an emotion. It was a day where I really embraced God in that moment and not cared about anything, not worried about anything. And one thing that God really showed to me was that I am His and that let's go. G-O, that's my word. That's my certainty. God really convicted me. And it wasn't an emotion, it was just an assurance. And the biggest change for me in that moment was love. Not love from man, not love from friends, love from people, position, title, nothing. It's love, that complete love inside of me that no one can ever fulfill for me. So today I see things differently. And what I mean by differently, just seeing people as not as just people, but as souls, and seeing who they are on the inside. The same way that I looked happy and joyful, but on the inside I was empty. Now I look at people so differently. God has changed the way I see people. And that's something that I never realized about myself before because I didn't have the Holy Spirit. And within my workplace, within my family, I've really learned how much that I am the example through everything. I'm a light to those that are lost. I'm a light to those that are in the darkness. The fast of Daniel means to me a moment that really takes me away from this world. And I really take it for myself as a mountain. So if you, in the Bible, it speaks about how people go on the mountain to pray. you know, and for me, it's like just disconnecting myself from this world and confronting who I really am and confronting the little things in me, because yes, I have the Holy Spirit. However, there's always things that I need to change. There's always things that God is always revealing to me within. So for me, it's a moment for me to confront who I am, to let go of the baggage. My name is Davina, and I received the Holy Spirit in the fast of Daniel.